afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome back to We Win with Curtis. How is everyone this evening? We are going to have a good time this afternoon, this evening. I've got an awesome young lady in the studio with us tonight. As you can see, she's brought all of her advertisements. She's got some of the best brittle in the country, actually probably in the world, right?
That's right.
In the world. So before we get started, I am going to do a few housekeeping items. For those of you that know me, know that I have always been in the car industry. Actually, it's been over 25 years that I've been on the bank side of the car business, never working in a car dealership. I've always run satellite offices for different financial companies. So it was my responsibility to establish relationships with car dealers. And in those relationships, I was establishing these relationships with the owners, general managers in some cases, finance directors, finance managers, etc. Always the individuals who made decisions around the dealership. So I say all of that to say that my biggest sponsor for the show is Star Imports. They are a boutique style dealership that's going to provide you that number one customer service that you expect. Obviously, there are a lot of stereotypes about car dealerships and salespeople and things like that. Well, I can assure you that here at Star Imports, they will not overwhelm you with phone calls. If you're looking for a particular car that's not on their lot, they can go to the auction or they can go anywhere in the country to find the vehicle of your choice that's going to satisfy you. So I encourage you guys, if you're looking for a used vehicle of any type, contact Star Imports. Their address is 4711 Auth Place right here in Camp Springs, Maryland. As well, we are running a toy drive that will be ending on the 20th. We are still accepting donations through the 19th. Please come by the studios here also at 4711 Auth Place. Drop off your toys. We are definitely looking to take care of the kids during this holiday season. And next, I want to run down this list of the shows that you can find right here on Vox Wave. On Mondays, starting at 11 a.m., 11 to 1, you have the Kim Show with Kim, 5:30 to 6 p.m., Sacred Arts and Much More show with Abina Scott, the Roland Grimes Show with LaTanya Mosley from 7 to 8 p.m., and then we have the In the End We Win show with Curtis at 8:15. Yeah, that's right. On Tuesdays from 11 to 12:30, we have the Say That Den show with my man Kevin Hughes. By the way, happy birthday, Kevin Hughes. He just celebrated a birthday on yesterday. And his co-host, Imani Ellis. We have the My Spa, Bath, and Body with Margaret Harris from 7 to 7:30. We have the Heartbeat Congo Hour with host Heartbeat from 8 to 10 p.m. On Wednesdays, we have the Cosmic Queen Building Black Love, 6 to 8 p.m. Show with Jessica Winters Martin. Also on Wednesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Night live set with host Kevin Hughes again. Thursdays, 12 noon to 1:30. Say That Den show with Kevin Hughes, co-host Imani Ellis. And then we have the 6:40 evening show with DJ 640 from 7 to 9 p.m. And that's on Thursday. Now, there are a couple of more shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that I'll touch base on a little later in the show. But I want to jump right into it with my guest, Natasha of Natasha's Just Brittle. For a lot of you that watch the QVCs, watch some of your reality shows, you guys may have seen her in the past. She has been featured on QVC. Mm-hmm. She has also been featured on Queen Boss. Mm-hmm. And she holds the title of Brittle Queen.
Yes.
Queen Brittle.
The Brittle Queen.
The Brittle Queen.
That's right.
Okay. And that's not just here locally. That's actually because she's out of Baltimore, Maryland. As a matter of fact, we have an address for you. For those of you who are tuning in from Baltimore, her address is 6615 Hartford Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21214. And the phone number to reach them is 410-982-9995. By the way, we are allowing you guys to call in if you have any questions or comments for myself or for Natasha. Please give us a call at 240-719-2560. Okay? Miss Natasha.
Yes, yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out this afternoon,
Thanks
evening.
for having me.
Absolutely. You know, what we do here at the We Win with Curtis show is we're always looking to promote, first of all, but we're also looking for individuals who are doing big things in the community.
Okay.
And actually, my producer, who happens to be my wife, was aware of you all because she had ordered some Brittle from you guys back in March.
Right.
She absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
So, with that being said, how did you get into the Brittle business? Because, I mean, I recall Brittle when I was small, but I never thought so much to.
Okay, I'm going to make a long story short.
Okay.
Okay. I used to be a daycare provider. And at my daycare center, we were an eco-friendly daycare facility.
Eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly.
Okay.
So that's green for many of you who don't know. We were a green daycare center. And once I turned green, I started incorporating more fruits and vegetables in our diet. I also added a garden to my front yard. I lived in the city, and we added
in Baltimore City.
In Baltimore City,
You had
we
a
had a
garden in Baltimore City.
in my front yard in Baltimore City.
Hold on. Baltimore City. Where is there a front yard in Baltimore City?
I'm not really inner city. It was basically a couple of blocks from the county
I got you. I'm
area,
with you. I'm just messing with you.
Had a single family home and had a garden right in the front. And one day I had some older daycare children who wanted to come to the daycare center as opposed to going to summer camp.
Sure.
I decided that summer I wanted to structure my program, my summer program, and gear it towards our children 2 to 5.
Okay.
Because in the past, we always had a great time exploring the city with our children 6 to 13.
Sure.
So the parents and I agreed, okay, the older children will go to camp, and we will focus on a fun-filled summer with our children 2 to 5. Well, summer came, and I get a knock on the door from 6 of the children, crying. They don't want to go to summer camp.
Oh, really?
They want to come to the daycare center.
Just hang out.
So I'm like, okay, you guys can come, but I had to think of something that was going to keep them busy. Now, with our daycare center, we always incorporated a cooking lesson once a week.
Okay.
And we always did like art, computer, sensory activities in our curriculum.
Sure.
So I asked the children, I said, we're going to learn to do a business.
Wonderful.
And what kind of business would you guys want to run? Some came up with art, and the majority came up with cooking. So we decided to do a cooking business. They named it PPLC Sweet Treats.
PPLC. Okay.
PPLC, which was the acronym for Progress Place Learning Center. And my staff brought in homemade recipes, and the children cooked those recipes.
Okay.
And it was things like cakes and cookies, smoothies, brownies, and
junk food.
Just junk food. Yeah, sweets.
Right.
Stuff I love too, but
don't we all?
we didn't really get much of that at the daycare center. So I guess given the opportunity, that's what they decided they wanted to produce. Because we ate healthy. You might get some crackers, you might get some animal crackers or some goldfish, but nothing really super sweet.
Right.
But that's what I like.
Sure.
Cake. I like cake. But
That's right.
So one of the children was like, well, Miss Tasha, can we add a candy to this menu? And I'm like, oh, a candy? What kind of completed? Started looking through my recipe books, and all you could find is peanut brittle.
Okay.
Only because of George Washington Carver and the many uses of the peanut.
Okay.
That's how peanut brittle landed in our cookbooks. It's one of our first candies.
Got you. Okay.
So I was
a little history lesson there too.
Yes, I was pumped to create a peanut brittle. But since my children had a peanut allergy, the first nut I used was cashew. Started making this brittle, and the parents kept asking for it and asking for it. Summer project was over. Parents kept asking for it and asking for it. I'm like opening the door at 6 o'clock in the morning, and instead of getting a "Good morning, Miss Tasha," the first thing, truthfully, that came out maybe 14 parents' mouths was, "Do you have any more of that brittle?" I'm like, "Are you for real?"
Wow.
Well, good morning to you too.
Right.
It got to the point in December, so many parents had inquired about the brittle that I said, "Okay, I got something here. I got something here."
That's how it happened.
The thing is, being eco-friendly, my product is all natural.
Oh, wow.
So it's my own recipe. It incorporates agave, a combination of brown and white sugar, sea salt, and butter. That's my base. No corn syrup, and it's just something.
High fructose, none of that high fructose stuff.
Fructose stuff.
However they hide it. Right.
A little sea salt and different nuts. I make 37 flavors.
Wonderful.
And counting.
Okay.
30 plus and counting.
Right.
And just came up with a new one that I'm going to introduce next week.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell everybody what it is.
Wonderful.
Sesame seeds.
Oh, wow. I think they heard you. Okay, so that's interesting because this wasn't necessarily a passion of yours. This wasn't even something that was on your radar.
The cooking portion, yes, but cooking brittle, no. It wasn't a passion. But I saw it as an opportunity to start a second business. Okay. And I did so December of 2009. 2009,
okay, so roughly 8 years. About 8 years, actually this month, right? Wow. So if you hadn't gotten into the brittle business, what would you be doing? Still running your daycare? Or?
I'm not sure about the daycare portion. I do love being in the company of children. That's my comfort zone. But I'm also a former Taekwondo student and instructor. I'm a first degree black belt, and I miss my training like crazy. I would still be training. That was the first thing that I sacrificed to run the two businesses was my training. So
you were training others, or are you saying you were in training?
I was in training, and I was also an instructor training the little ones as well. And I was doing all three. So you can imagine it got a little tiresome. So I did sacrifice my Taekwondo training to, I was 4 months away from my second degree black belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
Wow.
I would still be doing that.
What would that have afforded you to have a second degree black belt? Is there money that comes with that? Is there just a recognition?
Just or the passion of, I've always loved the martial arts. I always there's something about it, just the beauty in it, doing forms. And I also, I'm a lover and a fighter. I was on a tournament team as well. So I do miss that that fighting. I like the
the competition piece.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
They see this prissy woman come out with her little lip gloss on, taking off her earrings, and they like, she's prissy, please. And as soon as I
get into it.
They scared
that.
Yeah. I was
wow.
mad, man.
Wow, interesting. So what do you think of then MMA and
I love mixed martial arts.
Do you?
I do. Wow. I know.
Dad. Scared of you.
Yes, I love it.
Scared
I love breaking boards, and I love all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's what I'll be doing.
So my next question, actually, I was going to ask you, are you happy with the decision that you made to get into the brittle business?
I am happy with my decision. Only because it's going to afford me. It's something, I mean, if people research this industry, the candy industry is a $88.5 billion industry. And it grows $6.3 billion over a 5-year period. And that's going up globally, you know. This is a specialty item.
I would say, what makes it a candy? I don't know.
It's an all-natural item, and it's just good.
It's just good?
Good quality ingredients.
Well, we've got 2 boxes here, so hopefully before the night is over, my producer,
can
my
test the
my
theory.
sound man, we're
Let
gonna be
me
able
know.
to
That's
try
right.
it for ourselves. Actually, my wife is already. She's already had it, and she's a fan.
And I'm forever perfecting it.
Oh, wonderful. Good.
Yes. So it's better than when you tasted it.
Wow. Wow. So, tell me some of the accolades or the major accomplishments that you've had from the starting the business. Now, I know we've talked about QVC. You've been on Queen Boss, and what else have you accomplished with this Brittle?
With the Brittle, I'm also in Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
I'm in Whole Foods as well.
Really?
And I'm in a whole bunch of gourmet stores around the state.
Of Maryland?
Of the state
Really?
of Maryland, yes. So,
Wow. That's awesome.
So I think those are my greatest accomplishments. But I have the opportunity to be in 7 states in Whole Foods. So the whole Mid-Atlantic region.
Wonderful.
And so that's going to be something actually really
So
wonderful.
where would our viewers be able to find it in Whole Foods? Is there a specialty section? Is it the candy aisle?
Most Whole Foods have me in their snack section near the nuts. In the Annapolis Whole Foods, you'll find me in their candy section, which is near their bulk nut section as well. So, and I love the product in that area because everyone's they get to see the nuts, and then bam, Natasha's just Brittle. So I think it's a very convenient area. First, I was kind of confused because the Riverdale location, I was like, I don't think I like it in that section, but people know to go there, and that's where they find it.
So what's the price point?
It depends. At Whole Foods, you'll get it for around $11.99. Some of my smaller gourmet stores, they sell it for $9.99. But I have one store that sells it for $14.99.
Where's that? Gaithersburg, Maryland?
St. Michael's. He's in St.
High rent district.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yes, he sells it for $14.99. I'm like, really?
And how does he do with it?
He does well.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he's ordering all the time. So.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Okay. And how's everybody? And wow, so Whole Foods in 7 states, Mid-Atlantic states.
Mid-Atlantic states, yes.
So how do you do that? Do you?
Well,
I know you're not driving it there, but
yes. Well, the stores here in Maryland, I get in touch with the management team. I let them know that I'm in the system. I ask if I can make an appointment to bring out a sample, and I bring a sell sheet and let them taste it. Wait for my phone call, which I usually get in about 1 or 2 days. So
okay.
yeah.
So how did that QVC situation come about?
QVC was a great experience. I went on. I was just 2 weeks in my production house. Didn't really have all the equipment that I needed, but I said, you know what? It was pushed back. The airing was pushed back once before. I actually was supposed to air December of last year.
Okay.
But we pushed it back because we didn't feel like we were ready. So we pushed it back to April. Still wasn't ready. And I said, you know what? I'm going on anyway.
Okay.
I went on, sold out.
Okay, wonderful.
Went to the production house where we were cooking for maybe a week and a half. We had already started cooking, and we were still cooking on the day that I aired. And we just couldn't keep up with production. So they canceled my order, and they actually said, come back when you're ready.
Oh, wow.
Come back when you get your production space together or when you find a co-packer. So I still have the opportunity to go on QVC.
Okay.
So right now...
So you haven't gone back yet?
No. Getting that experience, I'm still learning. Looking for someone to actually maybe help teach me in that area. Okay. But I think producing on a lower level with like the gourmet stores and Whole Foods, I'm actually learning that production process. Okay. But I would love a mentor or someone to help me with that. So I'm going to start seeking that as well.
Okay. Wow. So hopefully our viewers just picked up on what was just said. She's looking for assistance. She's looking for a mentor
Yes.
to help her walk her through the process of mass production and distribution.
Yes.
And that is, in essence, the baseline for this show. In the end, we win. So my goal is to empower, enrich, and inform. And through that, I am believing that our viewers are in a position to do something to help any of our guests. And when you and I were talking the very first time, I was moved because I know my wife and we had a gourmet dessert business, and I understood the struggle. We took a grassroots approach where we were out selling $5 containers of a gourmet banana pudding.
Right.
Very successful. I mean, I'm still getting calls to this day. We shut it down almost 2 years ago. I still have people, that'll see me in the street. That's the pudding man.
Right. Right.
Right. And we had it in 14 restaurants at one point, but it was just she and I for the most part. Now we had assistance, we had help, but for the most part, it was just she and I. And at some points with that many restaurants, it was as if we were working for them, because when they ran out, we wanted to, get it to them, right? To keep them happy and satisfied. Have you run into issues like that?
Well, I'm going to say yes, because it's just myself and my daughter.
Oh, wow.
Just 4 hands. And sometimes my business partner, who helps manage the commercial kitchen in.
I'm sorry, who also didn't want to be on the show with us tonight, but she's in the studio. I'm not saying nothing, Miss Shane.
She's shy.
All right.
But sometimes it's just the 6 hands.
Right.
And that's it. We've tried volunteers, and sometimes they come and don't show back up.
Man.
I don't feel like it's really hard work, but they don't show up. So my goal and my passion is to create opportunities for our youth.
Sure.
That's why I want to have this production house. I want to have a space where they're employee vested, number one. I want to have a space where they don't feel like they have to always go out and work at a McDonald's or Burger King. Not saying that anything is wrong with that.
Sure,
but
definitely.
I want them to have opportunities to grow this business with me, because I'm going to leave this legacy.
Amen.
I'm not. I'm a fighter, so.
Oh, we already know. I've heard.
I don't give up at all.
Right.
So.
Wonderful. And I think that's the attitude and the mentality that you have to have, because unfortunately, even for successful folks, sometimes it just seems that, there are lonely moments, and you don't have anyone to rely on but yourself, and then prayerfully you have a relationship with God, which I know that you do.
Yes, Lord, thank you.
So I understand that. I get it. Wow.
So we're going to make this happen, because I'm destined to. I just really feel like building a legacy. Legacy building in the making. This is it.
Suggestion: have you considered going out to the Coppin states or the Morgan states and going to, let's say, the business department and saying, hey, I have this small business and I'm looking for individuals from your business department?
I have not tried that yet. I'll put that on my list.
That may be a way, because you can design it in the form of a project that the professor can pass out at the beginning of the semester, and they're working on this project throughout the entire semester, but in doing so, they're physically coming down to your shop. Now you might be recycling as semesters in. You might get a new crop as the class changes and so on. But out of that, you may find you a gym, and at the same time, free labor. Not to use our kids, but,
Right.
to help support. But you're teaching them something at the same time.
Exactly.
And then at the end of the semester, it can be a grade attached to it. And based on what you say, how little Johnny did and, Sarah or whatever. So it's just an idea.
It sounds like a plan. I will definitely look into that.
Just an idea.
Probably Tuesday next week.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
This
if it
week
works.
is busy. I got you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So you mentioned QVC. What about Shark Tank?
At one time, when I first started the business, I was in. I think I had filled out this form to be on Shark Tank, but you had to get like 100 followers or something like that. 100 followers. And then you can get voted on the show. I was at like 98. And I've never looked back to see if I got those other 2 followers. But I think now the show is structured a little differently.
Okay.
I really believe, because I look at the show all the time.
Okay.
To me, the way I'm viewing the show these days, you already have to have 6 figures or it's not considered a business. And then I also believe it's who you know. You got to know somebody. And that's, so maybe I'll give that right person to taste this brittle and get on there. So that might work.
Are you out there? Right.
Because I got a business plan that's
Wonderful.
forever being modified.
Definitely. Yep.
And I got an awesome product.
I believe that. So as of today, what would you say your biggest need is?
Today, our biggest need is operating capital. It just feels like it's money. Money to buy supplies.
Okay.
Money to pay for extra hands. Money to get packaging. Money to help pay the rent. Because it's just me right now doing everything. Yeah.
Wow.
So, just a financial blessing would be helpful.
Okay.
And a business coach. Oh, Lord. I'm always, like, in the childcare industry, I was always mentoring someone, but could never find that mentor for myself. And I actually, when I was in the childcare arena, I had to call out of state to find someone just to answer some basic questions. And I know the name of this daycare provider. I saw her in Black Enterprise magazine. I'm going to say her name. I don't know her name, but I know her daycare center was Primary Colors in North Carolina. I called this young lady, and she spoke to me on the phone for hours.
Wonderful.
Just to assist me with my daycare center. I can't remember your name, but Primary Colors Daycare in North Carolina, I know she's still going.
How long ago was that?
This was about maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, not too long
I just
ago.
needed some advice on what to do, how to take my daycare center to the next level.
Sure.
And I was the mentor. Don't forget, I was the one always, well, this is what I would do, or this is what I would read, or this is what I researched, and could never find that help. And it took me calling someone in another state just to get answers. So I hope there's someone out there that can help me that's present, maybe locally or just here.
Right.
I need some help, and I'm asking. I'm asking because this is like a $1 million industry, and I made it to QVC. I made it to Whole Foods, and I want to stay there.
Take it to the next level.
That's right.
Wow. Well, that's interesting and disappointing at the same time, because once again, I know firsthand, because we had gotten to a point where we were looking for that thing to just take us over the hurdle, just get us over the hurdle, and it would have been next level living.
Right.
But yet that's not necessarily the goal. At that point we were knee deep in just putting out a great product, and because we had established what we had established, and we had so many people now looking forward to our puddings. Now our obligation was to them.
Right.
to provide this dessert,
Right.
you know, on a grand level and so on. So I understand that maturation process, if you will, with a product. But wow, so in this moment, have you ever considered, you know, what are the options? Are there any options?
I think I have touched on everything that I can. I have sold membership to family and friends as far as having stake in my business. I have searched companies to sell. I have a vegan recipe.
A vegan recipe?
I have a vegan recipe
Really?
that I've considered selling just to get that capital.
Do you lose flavor? Do you lose the taste?
You do not lose the taste.
For real?
You don't. And
I need to try that.
the pecan vegan brittle, that thing is that.
Pretty special.
Yes, that thing is good. Yes.
Well, I'm on my way to veganism, so
Okay.
I need you to.
And it's no butter, no animal fat. You don't lose the taste.
So where is the brittle made?
I have my own little production facility in Northeast Baltimore, Maryland, on Harford Road. Natasha's Just Brittle, be more made with pride, because I believe in my city, and I'm just proud of it. So 6615 Harford Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21214.
So can people go in? Is it set up like a store? Is there a lobby area, or is it just
not a store
home?
at the moment. Right now, we are a production facility. From time to time, we might have a little pop-up shop because people are curious as to what I do there. So just to let them see what I do, I might open the door from time to time, let them come in and taste some of the product.
Okay.
We do have it on our website where people can place their orders and pick up from the facility. We are in the process of going through Baltimore City to get a use permit where we can open a retail
In
portion
that location?
inside the
'cause I know
production
that's
facility.
Yeah.
So if things go the way we're hoping, maybe in the spring we'll have that storefront.
Okay. And your website is Natasha's with an S,
With an
justbrittle.com. So NATASHASJUSTBRITTLE.com.
Correct.
Natasha's with an S, justbrittle.com. Wonderful. Wow. So in that area, are you seeing much support from the community?
I get a lot of support. Like I tell you, I used to be it used to be a Chinese restaurant. So I kept the menu board and I replaced the menu with pictures of my product, brittle and chocolate. So when they see it, they're trying to pull on the door. Sometimes I have to wash my hands, come over. Hi, we're not open to the public. Well, here's a piece of brittle, and send them on their way, you know. But they're trying to get up in there. So
You can't sell it out your trunk?
no, got to do everything the right way.
In decency and in order, right?
Yeah. So we did apply for the use permit actually last Thursday.
Okay.
So we probably have something around the beginning or the second week of January. Also, our facility will be used for a commercial kitchen for other artisans like myself, where you can rent it as a commissary. It's a shared kitchen. And you can find more information about that on my website as well under commercial kitchen. So for someone who is a baker, a food truck owner, a culinary artist, or someone that just want to go into business for themselves in the food industry, I have the space for you.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
A little incubator type.
Exactly. A shared kitchen. Cut the cost of you owning your own. Is theirs already up and running. Rates are great. It's not a rate that's going to break you.
Okay.
Where you feel like you're paying a mortgage payment.
Sure.
And it's comfortable. And it's an inviting. And like I said, it's already established and running. So going through Baltimore City will enable other people to come in to use that facility as well.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we are state certified as a processing plant so far. I'm also ASI certified So that is certification from a third-party auditor, just to make sure that the state of Maryland didn't just give me anything. Busted 98 on that.
Oh, yeah?
And, yeah, so great place, is clean, and it's waiting for you. You want to do a business, I'm in the culinary field, give us a call.
All right, great. So this is a great opportunity for us to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Natasha from Natasha's Just Brittle. Natasha'sJustBrittle.com. You can reach her at 6615 Hartford Road, Baltimore, Maryland. Phone number is 410-982-9995. Thank you, and we'll be right back. I like that. That's actually our church, I think.
Yes.
Welcome back. My name is Curtis, and you are tuning into the In the End We Win with Curtis show live on VoxWave.com. We appreciate you for tuning in. You can catch us here every Monday at from 8:15 to 9:15. Real quickly, want to finish up the other shows that we have that you'll find on this platform. On Fridays, the Rush Hour DJ Drew co-host Janique show from 5 to 7 p.m. The Not Playing It Safe show with Mike Kellen and B Anomaly from 7 to 9 p.m. The Different Mind show with DJ Bam, 640 co-host Dr. Audra Michael from 9:15 to 11:15 p.m. On Saturdays, the Praise and Deliverance with Elder Thurman Gorman show from 11 to 12 noon. The Sister for Sister Network, hosted by Peggy Morris from 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. To Go Radio TV show with Kimberly Brown from 9 to 11 p.m. And then the Sundays Tea Talk with Dr. Akita Pearson show every third Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. And finally, Real Talk 101 with Brad and Orlando from 6 to 8 p.m. So, guys, we are speaking with Natasha. Natasha's Just Brittle, and she has put out an appeal. She's looking for assistance from anyone who is willing to kind of coach her, mentor her. Yes. She already has an established scalable business that's already out there. She's been on QVC. She's in Whole Foods restaurants in 7 states.
I can be in 7 states, yes.
7 states currently. She's just looking for the assistance to take the business to the next level, co-packing and just mass production, and then obviously financial resources is always important when you're starting a small business. So if there's anyone out there who has any information regarding how Miss Natasha can get some assistance, please call into the show at 240-719-2560. I apologize. Let me repeat that. 240-719-2560. Call into the show. We will allow you to ask your questions and or give your suggestions right here over the phone. We can also put you in touch with her. Her place of business is in Northeast Baltimore. It's at 6615 Hartford Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21214, and you can reach her at 410-982-9995. Her website is natashasjustbrittle.com, and that's Natasha's with an S, justbrittle.com. So she also has a Kickstarter program out there as well. I don't know if there is a short address. Do you just go to Kickstarter and then look up Natasha's Just Brittle Production House?
Okay, you could go to my website and scroll down the homepage, and it's a Kickstarter link right there. Or you could go to Kickstarter.com and put in Natasha's Just Brittle Production House in the search engine. I also have a GoFundMe because the Kickstarter is all or nothing, and that ends next Tuesday, which is on my birthday.
Oh, wow.
That is next Tuesday. But the GoFundMe would be readily available to me to go out and get ingredients and things of that nature. And that's on my Facebook page at Natasha's Just Brittle. And you just scroll down and look for the GoFundMe link. And it's GoFundMe at Natasha's Just Brittle Production House.
Gotcha. Okay. So we know that it's a lot of information, guys, but I'll be rerunning this link. You can find it on YouTube tomorrow. You can also reach out to me for those of you that know me personally, or you can call into the show at 240-719-2560. So we're going to get right back into our conversation. And wow, I'm inclined to wanting to help. You know, my wife and I have already talked about it. Mm-hmm. I was telling you a little bit about the folks, the individuals that we look up to as mentors.
Right.
There are some angel investors that they are actively involved with and still have relationships with. So we're planning to do dinner with them within the next couple of weeks. So we're definitely going to mention, your situation. The bottom line is for us, we just want to support at 49, I just turned 49 last month, and I have finally figured out what I believe is my purpose for being here, and that is to be able to just assist people, you know, adding value to people. And however I can do it, because I've always been the one to look out for, you know, others, even putting myself in second position, right? So however I can, however we can, if we can introduce you to someone or turn you on, it may not always be financial from us, but we can definitely, you know, attempt to support you in that area as well. But wow. So what other products does Natasha's Just Brittle put out? Is it all candy?
Well, it's not just Brittle. We specialize in Brittle, made in 37 flavors and counting. We take our Brittle syrup and we can make any flavor of popcorn that we produce in Brittle with our Brittle syrup. And we also take our, we cut our Brittles, it's all hand cut. So we have little edges left over. I crush those edges up into Brittle bits, and I incorporate them in my own handcrafted chocolate treats. So that Brittle goes a long way.
How many cavities you got?
Not necessarily. You eat it, it's okay to eat in moderation. But I'm telling you, this stuff is addictive. It really is. I mean, sometimes I have to sit back like, you're not supposed to be eating your own product. Your own growth, your own profits, but it's that good.
Wow.
But yeah, we also make a Brittle butter. So we got a whole, I'm a quadruple threat. You know, I have a whole product line.
So what is a butter? What is a Brittle butter?
I equate it to like a peanut butter, but except I use my Brittle. And you can spread it on bagels. You can dip the fruit in it, or you can just eat it out the jar.
So now, are all of these products found on your website?
Everything but the Brittle butter, because that's still fairly new. I still have to get SKUs and things on that. But you can find the chocolates, the popcorn, what is it, Brittle, popcorn, and chocolate, all on the website. Okay.
And you mentioned in the first half of the show a vegan recipe.
Yes.
But you said you're looking at selling it.
I am.
Why is
the
that?
Vegan recipe is not on the website. It's something I'm still trying to develop my original formula, and I know that that's what got me into all the stores. And I just know that it's something of value that I have, and if it can help me grow the business, then I'm willing to let someone else develop it to do that.
But you would obviously ask for something,
of course,
royalties or something.
Yes,
okay.
Royalties definitely.
Right, because we don't just be giving stuff away.
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
all
my lawyer. Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay, good. So it sounds like you have a team. I heard you say a lawyer, business partner.
Yes, have a business partner that's running the kitchen, and my daughter that helped me produce the Brittle. But we want to expand on that team, especially with our youth. I really want to just really. That's when you said you know what your passion is, what your purpose is. My purpose is to build entrepreneurs. So that's my purpose. I'm actually starting a entrepreneur series for children ages 9 through 13 in January because we have so many genius. The children are
amazing.
They are our future, number one, and they're just so smart. And I've always taught, if you have that one idea, and I just want to help them bring that idea to fruition. Okay. And just give them the basics of running a business. I'm just real comfortable with children, and they're comfortable with me. And I can get on that level to explain the basic business principles to them and help them bring that business to fruition. So that's on Eventbrite. If you know that you have a child that's creative and that has thoughts that often talk about, I want to own my own business, bring them to me. Let me help them bring that business out of them.
So is this something that was passed down from generations, in your family? Or are you first generation business owner?
I'm first generation business owner. I'm first generation college student as well. I'm the oldest grandchild. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So where'd you attend college?
I initially went to Kappa State College when it was a college. And then I finished my studies at CCBC, the Essex location.
Okay.
Under education. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So you mentioned what you wanted to do for the youth for the youth in your community. Are you giving back in any other way? That doesn't sound like it's been set up yet. Is there anything else that you're doing?
Well, it is something I set up. I can't give the way I want to with my youth at the moment, but what I've been doing, I know I want to give, and I believe in entrepreneurship, and that's the future. You have to, in my eyes, we have to be self-sufficient. We have to create our own businesses.
I agree with
that's
that.
what we have to do. So every case of Brittle that I sell, I donate to a woman entrepreneur via Kiva, via Kickstarter, via Indiegogo. And that's just something, $25. It's not a lot, but that's my goal. Every case of Brittle I sell, $25 go towards a woman entrepreneur. So that's something I've been praying on, because I'm like, God, I don't have the finances to do it, but I said, I can sell this case of Brittle. So when I get the funds from the case of Brittle, I remember one, I was telling Shan, I said I had $80 in my account, and I had sold 3 cases. I had $80 in my account, and I said by the end of that day, I had donated 75 of it. So use the other 5 for lunch.
So you already know the law then?
Yes.
You already know the law. And so, and that we had been talking off the air, and then even leading up to tonight, and Wanda and I had gone to a Christmas party on Saturday with this same couple that I was referring to, that we look up to as our mentors. And he was telling me, I had told him where I was in a few of my business ventures, and he said that he had cars repossessed on more than one occasion. His house was in foreclosure.
Yeah. Done that.
I had a gentleman on the shows, my second episode, Jermaine Smith of Henry Soul Cafe. Hey Jermaine. And he shared, and now we've known Jermaine for, our son is 21 next month. We've known Jermaine for probably 20 years or so. And he's always lived in the same home. He's always had the business, but obviously you wouldn't know what he was going through. And he shared that his house was in foreclosure. And he would not, however, he would not give up his dream to make that business successful.
Right.
And even our mentor, John, he would not give up, and I've read many of books of successful folks, and there's a commonality.
It is.
And that commonality is that struggle.
And praise God that our Lord have mercy, that I'm prayed up and that I'm faithful, because my home that I was in for 19 years was foreclosed on back in September.
This year?
This year.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
You would never know. I'm not going to complain about it. I just said God has something greater
in store. That's right.
My car still has the numbers on it because it was just repossessed, 2-3 weeks ago. I can't get the little numbers off of it.
Off of what? Off the window?
Off the window, yeah.
A razor blade.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you. I'm in it. I'm like, I know people like, what's those numbers on her car? Well, that's what it's from. And I'm not the crying type. I'm like, if it was meant for me to get it back, I'll get it back. If not, so be it. I'll find another way.
Right.
But that little Soul Kia, I'm telling you, that gets us in all our little events. And it's little on the outside, but it is.
You can pack a lot of Brittle in that joke.
Everything in that thing. Yes, we did 2 events on Sunday. We did an event at our church at Power Temple.
Pastor Jamal Bryant,
yes.
right?
So Shannon did that event, and I had a sampling at Harvest Fair in Falston, and all the totes were in that thing, and all the product. And I was just like, don't you just love this little car?
Wow. The Kia Soul. I remember the little
Yes.
commercials with the little mic, the little rat, little, whatever they were, riding around. That's funny.
Yeah,
Wow. So is that the process that you think?
I think it must be the process, because it definitely has brought some new thoughts. It makes your prayer life a little bit stronger, more focused.
I tell you.
You know, it really, I don't cry about it.
Good.
I say, Lord, if this is the process, then so be it. You know, and I just keep it moving.
Right. I know that we attend Spirit of Faith Christian Center. Hey, Pastor Mike and Dee Dee. And Pastor Dee Dee, which is the wife, she has something that I absolutely love. She says we need to always stay focused on the promise, not the process.
Right.
Because as you know, the process, it can have those peaks and have those valleys.
Right.
But we know that God's word, that in the end, we win.
That's right.
Right?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So that's, you know, I feel that. I feel you. And that's powerful. But
and nobody would ever know. I mean, I know people say, oh, I'm at Whole Foods. Well, I mean, I've kind of slowed down the posting a little bit, and I just put it on my business page, not my personal, because they see Whole Foods. I know Tasha
and they
got
thinking
some money.
you're doing it. All right.
I might owe somebody. I owe a couple people some money. I don't have it yet, but it's coming.
Right.
You know, but I am in another Whole Foods, and the my calculations is telling me, and this is the vision I saw, 100 stores, 150 boxes a month each store, and in a year that's $700,000 right there.
Is it possible?
Oh, it's doable, and I'm gonna do it. And I hadn't even included the Whole Foods in that calculation. These was 100 other stores that I sat down and broke down, right?
Wow.
But then I'm like, okay, half of those are Whole Foods, so I said that's what God gave me, so go with that.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We have a caller? Okay. Interesting. So, and this is kind of, do you think that there is a humbling taking place, which is why you find yourself in this situation? It's
very humbling. And I don't think just for me, I have a daughter, a young woman that's watching me. And I'm always telling her, you gotta be faithful. And I was like, I haven't worked outside of Natasha's Just Brittle for a year. And I said, we still have a roof over our head. We still get food in our belly.
That's right.
I said, we're still driving a car. And she's watching me. And I'm like, I want to stay faithful no matter what. Because she's watching.
Yeah, that's your legacy right there.
That's my legacy.
Right.
And I'm like, she's watching, so I don't have a choice. You know,
right.
This is how I have to carry myself, and this is what I have to do.
So how do you stand in the midst of these storms that you're going through?
Ooh.
I know, and we touched a little bit on your...
If I wasn't a child of God, Lord have mercy, I would probably be a crazy woman. I don't know. That's all I can say.
Wow.
Because, I mean, if it was anybody else, I don't know if they could, you know. But I can because it's the vision that God gave me. Proverbs, 29:18, where there's no vision, people perish.
Right.
Right. That's the vision I've been given. When I say it's a vision, man, I remember I got some stuff that could blow your mind, man. But, I mean, God, a lot of these recipes, I was getting up at 4 o'clock. The creative hour. 4 o'clock. I'm like, God, why every day I gotta get up at 4 o'clock? I mean, body wake up 4 o'clock all the time. So I just get up and just start cooking.
Start doing.
Yeah. And I said it was just amazing. It was, you know, that's what it is.
You know, it's interesting that our pastor just said something this weekend, and I don't on Sunday, yesterday, and I don't know if this is for you, but sometimes when you feel that you just have to wake up, maybe it's God, putting something on your mind because at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you were too busy to listen to him. So he's waking you up at 4 a.m. when everything is quiet and nothing is going on, so he can just reach you.
Right.
And that ministered to me because I know in the course of the day, with just everything going on, trying to, be everywhere and do everything you need to do.
Right.
You can get a little, inundated and then, knocked off of focus, if you will.
That's the truth.
So, and I know lately, the last few months, I've been riding with no radio on just to make sure that I am in a position to hear.
Right. Wow.
But I understand that too because I'm up very early. What would you say is one of the biggest lessons that you are learning out of this experience with where you are?
I think for myself that as a woman of color, that we can do things too. That we can do things.
Elaborate on that. What you mean?
I really feel like I'm doing a legacy. I'm building a legacy now. And I already know it's going to be big. It's going to be great. I already see the children having opportunities, and I'm just thankful that God gave me the vision, the gift. It didn't come from anywhere but God. I'm just like, Candy, even with child care. I was fighting child care. I was just like, Lord, I don't even like children like that. Child care.
Right.
And that sustained me for 21 years. And then when I saw the shift, I sort of, was like, Candy? And it's just a great product. And I just want to show the children that if you put your mind and your heart and you have an idea, go ahead and study it, develop it, and get it out there. Simple as that.
Wonderful. Well, we've got a few more minutes left. I want to make sure that our viewers can get in contact with you. So once again, you can reach Natasha and all of the products that she has, with the exception of a few, at her website, which is natashasjustbrittle.com. That's NATASHAS, justbrittle.com. You can also, if you're in the Baltimore area, you can stop past. It's not necessarily a retail location. However, she might slip you a little chunk out the door. But swing past 6615 Hartford Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21214. You can also reach her by phone at 410-982-9995. And then she has a Kickstarter page out there, as well as a GoFundMe. So the GoFundMe is that Natasha's...
It's on our Facebook page, and you just scroll down to, you'll see a link, GoFundMe at Natasha's Just Brittle Production House. One of my sorors, I'm a Zeta.
Phi Beta, okay.
Z-Phi. One of my sorors put out a challenge to our Greek community out there. So if you're a Zeta...
The Divine Nine, come on, y'all.
If you're a Greek, please support us,
Right.
I am my brother's keeper. I'm my brother's keeper, and I would love for someone to be somebody's
keep you.
Yes, please.
There you go. So we are putting out. I am putting out the appeal for everyone to reach out to Natasha through the various channels, either by phone or website or through her Facebook page, and just support the young lady. She is doing a great job. She's faithful woman of God. And her passion and her heart is towards our children. So she's looking at, in everything that she's going through, she's looking at raising them up and we just need to support her. So I'm encouraging all of you all to reach out to Natasha. Once again, her phone number is 410-982-9995, and you can reach her via email. By website at natashasjustbrittle.com. And this is Curtis, and this is In the End We Win with Curtis. This will actually be our last show for the next 2 weeks. As you know, Christmas is next Monday, so we wish you all a very happy, Merry Christmas. And then the following Monday is New Year's Day, so my kids and family will be home, so we're going to take a couple of weeks off. We will air some shows. As a matter of fact, we're going to re-air this particular broadcast on next Monday. If you're not doing anything, please tune in to voxwave.com and review this show again. And our call is to support Natasha and everything that she's doing. And then give her a call and try some of the Brittle. Okay, again, my name is Curtis. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to you all. We'll see you on the other side. 2018.
Yes.
Good night, you all. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.